Hi guys, welcome to my platform. Welcome to my page, Step Into Your Truth. My name is Gertrude and welcome to the first video, right? So today I wanted to talk about pain, right? Because pain is something that we all go through. Pain is something that we all experience. Nobody's immune to pain. And unfortunately, we find pain everywhere. It's a part of life. Everywhere you go, everybody you talk to, there is pain. You find pain on TV. Like if you turn on the news, you find issues like domestic violence, child abuse, murders, terrorism, bad economies. All this sort of stuff is coming from a place of pain, and it causes pain. So for me, I hardly watch news because of that. I try and avoid negative stuff because it just makes me sad, right? We find pain in music, right? Whether it's inspired by heartbreak, by loss, or even these musicians that have a beef or whatever you call it. You find that they have been hurt by whoever they're beefing with and they feel the need to make a song about it. So it's all coming from pain, and it's quite sad, but it's also a reality. I suppose the trick is to figure out how you deal with the pain, how you allow the pain to define you, and how you move forward from the pain, right? We also find pain in conversations with people. I'll give you an example. I've got this lady I work with. This is terrible to say, but I dread having conversations with her because she's always negative about everything and anything. And there's nothing that you could ever say that she could ever acknowledge as being positive. And then she also has controlling tendencies. She likes to be in charge and in control of everything and the outcome. And if somebody else comes with an idea, right, brings an idea to the table, she will shut it down, bring a better version as she thinks of the same idea, and wants to run it away. So I sort of sat there one day and thought to myself, what must have this woman gone through in her life for her to be skeptical about what everybody says, and for her to be so controlling? And then I thought, maybe she's been through some experience where control was taken from her, and she did not have control over her own life or situation. So now she has taken that and will control every aspect of her life, including work, right? So I suppose when you're dealing with human beings or having conversation with human beings, if you are a person that's sort of a more self-aware, we just need to empathize with people, because like I said, everybody's going through some sort of pain. So me, for example, I was in my relationship, I was very comfortable, right? Very comfortable to the point where I was complacent. I wasn't pushing myself to do what I knew I needed to do. I was just like, this is bliss, this is heaven. I'm not thinking about anything. I'm with my babe, it's all good. But that voice that will always talk to you and will always ask you to do what it's asking you to do was just always there in the back of my head saying, Gertrude, you are not living your full potential, right? You are not stepping into your truth. You are not stepping into your worth. You can do more than this. I have brought you here to do more than this. But did I hear it? No, I was in my heaven. So what then happened was the world as I knew it, right, got shaken. I felt like the rug was pulled right under my feet, right? And the plates I stood in, they shifted, right? And that caused pain for me, right? And then once I'd gone through that pain and gone through the healing, I then realized that the lesson that I needed to learn from that was that God was taking me from my comfort zone to where he needed me to go. And because of where I was and the situation I was in, it needed to happen the way it needed to happen. I needed to feel some pain and to get out of my comfort zone and not be comfortable, so that I can go where I needed to go, right? I can go where I needed to go. Yes, like I said, it was painful, and it was, I would not wish any pain like this on anyone. But I needed to do that. I needed to go through that so that I could be where I am today. So pain, if we learn what we need to learn from it, pain is not so bad. Because without pain, we don't learn. In order to experience pain, we need to experience life. And sometimes things will happen, that will cause us pain. So once I learned my lesson, I can sit here today and say to you, pain, if you deal with it well and if you learn what you're supposed to learn from it, it'll be okay, right? And we also experience pain in families, either because we are born into this world with the understanding that your family is supposed to love you, your family is supposed to protect you, your family is supposed to provide for you. And if for some reason those things don't happen as we think they're supposed to happen, it causes pain, because we feel like you're my family, you're supposed to do this, but you didn't do this. So here I am today, I'm hurting, right? Or pain can be a generational thing. Maybe two parents who are raising their children in a painful environment, because that's the environment that they know, that's all they know. They only know pain, right? Because of how they were raised. They have their own children, they're raising them in pain and in turmoil. Those kids have kids, they're raising them. So if nobody breaks that, and if nobody heals from that, it carries on generation to generation. And you find that exactly what your mom was doing or your dad was doing when they were raising you, you are now doing to your kids, because you don't know any better. It's generational pain from generation to generation, right? And all these things that I've said sort of then lead to that internal pain, right? So then the trick there, like I said, is one, what am I going to learn from this? And two, am I going to let it define me, or am I going to pick up the lesson and move on? Pain, so